大家好，今天是2025年5月的下半月，我们来看一下最近全球人工智能的5则新闻速报。
Excited about the future, and very glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's our absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
And His Royal Highness was talking to you about his vision and his dream to
Yeah.
increase productivity for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and power up the region and the whole
Yeah.
world with robotics, but also on robotaxis. So how are we doing on robotaxis?
So really you can think of a car or future cars as being robots on four wheels. And, I think it would be very exciting to have autonomous vehicles here in the kingdom.
Indeed.
If you're amenable.
You heard it here from Elon. He's bringing his robotaxi to the kingdom.
Yeah.
He has another announcement that he
Exactly. So, and I'd also like to thank the kingdom for approving Starlink for maritime and aviation use. Thank you.
Maritime and aviation. There you go. There you go.
So
you're going to bring us robots to help us increase our productivity.
Yeah.
Robotaxis to make sure that our cars and assets turn into a cash generating unit.
Yeah.
And Starlink to reform our aviation and maritime.
Yeah.
Talk about XAI.
Absolutely. But I should want to mention also something that may be worth considering is tunnels.
The Boring Company.
I have this company called The Boring Company, which sounds kind of boring, but it literally bores tunnels. And actually, tunnels, in order to solve traffic, you really need to go 3D with roads. And by using tunnels, you can essentially create like a wormhole, like a warp tunnel from one part of a city to another and alleviate traffic. And we've actually already done this proof of concept in Vegas. So there are working tunnels in Las Vegas that you can use where that'll it feels like teleporting from one part of Vegas to another. So I always say that, my joke is like tunnels are underappreciated. It's a bit of not always a hit, but and then XAI is just trying to solve general purpose artificial intelligence. The goal with XAI is to have a maximally truth-seeking AI. And it's important to be maximally truth-seeking AI in order to understand the universe. Mm-hmm. So the goal of XAI is understand the universe, to understand, what is out there. Where's the universe going? Where did it come from?
震惊了，有太多的惊喜，也有很多复杂的心情啊。是的，如果你也一直关注小米的造星，如果从2015年中旬松果澎湃 SE 的第一次流片算起，真的已经10年了，整整10年了。这10年中，我们听到了太多关于小米造星狼来了、狼要来了的故事。就在昨晚，是的，狼真的终于来了。玄界不仅实现了量产，而且是以性能几近旗舰芯片第一梯队的水平来到了大家面前，被放在了小米数字旗舰 S Pro 系列上面，并且立刻上市，直接开卖。这确实让我感到非常惊喜且意外，感觉就像小米手上握着一枚威力巨大的核弹头。一边是由于小米汽车3月份的自驾事故、双孔退车等问题啊，在过去几个月，小米一直背负着巨大的公众声讨和极大的负面舆情的压力。同时呢，另一方面，在这个极为敏感且特殊的历史时期，中美第2轮90天的贸易谈判正在如火如荼的拼刺刀阶段呢，小米也承受着10年磨一剑的成果随时有可能功亏一篑的风险。是的，在昨晚，感觉就像是随着雷军这么多年的不甘心、不服输、不认命的一种心情，将玄界这枚核弹就这么给直接抛出来了，确实有一种如释重负的感觉啊。那么今天我们就直奔主题，来深入的探讨一下玄界 O1 到底是不是自研芯片呢？小米造星算不算成功呢？随着玄界的发布，小米又面临着哪些暗流涌动的风险与挑战呢？首先第一个问题，小米这次继澎湃项目8年之后第2次造星到底算成功了吗？如果我们用芯片上市量产作为指标，那当然算成功了。有人会说，小米玄界 O1 是公版 IP 盒堆砌的结果， IP 和架构都是小米买的，没有基带，所以玄界缺乏核心技术。但是真的是这样吗？我想说啊，这种言论是完全不懂芯片行业啊。所谓使用 ARM 公版 IP， 当然是为了实现芯片设计的标准化构建嘛，包括苹果、华为、高通、联发科、三星在不同阶段呢均采用过 ARM 公版和非公版 IP。 使用公盘确实是为了更快的实现芯片设计的要求，但是并不意味着通过简单的拼接、堆料、堆砌就能设计出一款符合满足市场需求的手机 SoC。包括麒麟9000S，其实小核也是用的 ARM 公板。应该这么说，从公板到混合，再到完全自主自研 IP， 其实这是一个阶段，需要通过市场的验证进行动态的选择和变化。我往深一步说一款高端手机 SoC 真正的难点，并不是在于使用了什么什么的 IP 核，在什么什么技术上实现了单一性能的突破。手机处理器的研发其实是一个非常复杂的系统性的工程问题。我打个比方它其实有点像在微观的尺寸上建造一座超大城市的一个业态规划。不知道大家理不理解什么是业态这个概念？这里面最为重要的是一个平衡与优化的问题，要实现性能、功耗、成本、生态的一个完美的协作，这才是至关重要的。比如说 CPU、GPU、NPU 等模块的数据吞吐需求是不同的，就需要你有高效、平衡、科学的互联架构。再比如说高通自主设计的 Android GPU 为了提高游戏渲染和光追性能，其实它的功耗比 ARM 公板 Mini 是要高的，这就需要高效的动态分配策略来管理。包括随着手机端侧大模型的应用，据说玄界 OE 的算力达到了40多 TOPS， 做到这一点是不容易的，这也需要从架构到算子优化上的一个全站创新。还包括3纳米芯片的设计一次流片的成本就达到了8000万美元以上，3纳米首次流片的成功率一般不超过30%，这就需要与晶圆厂非常紧密的合作与完美的执行力等等。毫无疑问，芯片设计的核心逻辑绝非简单的堆料，而是基于系统工程的多维度的能力。大家只需要知道一点，高端手机 SoC 的研发从来都是全球半导体行业公认的技术金字塔。
How was your date last night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Get the wine, we are going to talk about it.
I finished my work for the assignment.
Wait, isn't it due next week?
Google Veo 3 is amazing!
Will you marry me?
What? We are just friends.
So, where are we actually going?
Wait. I thought you knew? Where are the Avengers?
Is that a band?
You can't win.
I already have.
Hello, do you do cappuccinos?
Of course. Is full milk okay? So, what do we do now?
We keep pushing. Forever.
It's gone, completely gone.
Why did you delete it?
We've got a love to share, to share, to share, to share, to share. Oh, we're gonna rise to the top. Can't stop us now. We're gonna rise.
Here I am again.
Please stop, this is not a musical.
I just can't do this anymore.
Maybe if we sing a song, it can help.
What?
I can do this.
Relax. You're just a robot.
So, what are we doing here?
You're right, we don't know how to surf.
I'll never understand modern art.
Neither. This stuff is weird.
So, what brings you to this event?
I don't know. I'm simulated by Google.
God, don't you just hate artificial intelligence?
Dude, we are both literally robots.
沙特阿拉伯打开绿灯，让他们更容易拿到英伟达和 AMD 的尖端半导体。中东土豪的数据中心看来要起飞了，不过美国自家不少官员可都是捏着一把汗，生怕这些宝贝疙瘩最后便宜了中国。所以虽然两国政府初步达成了共识，但细节还在死磕，核心就是怕中国通过物理转运或者云端接入的方式拿到这些芯片。所以有个条款正在讨论，就是美国政府要亲自下场控制那些用了美国芯片的数据中心。至于怎么控制、什么条件下向谁开放，现在还是个谜。这还只是美国在中东战略布局的双响炮之一，另一发可能稍后在阿联酋引爆。至于为什么和拜登相比，董王更乐意把美国高科技往海湾国家送，原因之一也是他在那有不少人脉和生意，而且海湾主权财富基金也没少给捐钱。 白宫 AI 顾问大卫·萨克斯强调，既要严防死守先进芯片流入中国，也不能耽误跟合作伙伴做正经生意。其实从2023年起，美国就要求向中东卖 AI 芯片得先拿许可证，主要就是怕技术落到中国手里。沙特和阿联酋之前跟拜登团队也谈过来着，结果董王一赢，他们就立马转拜新码头了。接下来就看董王在中东这盘大棋将来会下得怎么样喽。
A full coding agent built right into GitHub, taking Copilot from being a pair programmer to a peer programmer. You can assign issues to Copilot, bug fixes, new features, code maintenance, and it'll complete these tasks autonomously. And today, I'm super excited that it's now available to all of you. I don't think since Teams launched, we've had an update of this level, and it really brings together chat, search, notebooks, create, and agents all into this one scaffolding that's intuitive. Right? I always say this is the UI for AI. And chat, for example, is grounded both on web data as well as your work data, and that's the game changer, especially with Pages. Search works across all of your applications, right? Whether it's Confluence or Google Drive or Jira or ServiceNow, not just M365 data. With notebooks, I can now create these heterogeneous collections of data, right? In fact, I can have chats and pages and any documents, emails, all in that collection. And then, in fact, I can get all these audio reviews or podcasts out of it. I can use Create, to turn a PowerPoint into a new explainer video or generate an image. And when it comes to agents, we have a couple of special agents, like Researcher, right? It's been perhaps the biggest game changer for me because it's synthesizing across both the web and enterprise sources, right? Applying deep chain of thought reasoning to any topic or any project. Analyst goes from raw data across multiple source files. I can just upload a bunch of Excel files. It will get the insights, it'll do forecasts, it'll do all the visualizations. All of the agents you build can now show up in Teams and in Copilot, and you can ask questions, assign action items, or kick off a workflow by just mentioning an agent in a chat or meeting. And with the Teams AI library, building multiplayer agents is easier than ever. It now supports MCP, and with just one line of code, you can even have it enable A2A. And you can add, things like episodic or semantic memory by using Azure Search and a new retrieval system